guys, it's your boy Nick Gaming 2014, and today we have another cooking vlog slash video for you guys. Before I get started, this is also a part 2 kind of recipe to my first cooking vlog, which was those little pizza things. So this is another version of a pizza thing, so let's get started. So this recipe, I call it a Mexican pizza, which is based on the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. So yeah, it's gonna be a kind of like a recreation of it. I don't know. My brother loves eating these, and so does my friends, family. So yeah, I made these for my brother's birthday party. They were gone, inhaled by the group of people that were at the party. So let's get started. So first, the ingredients we need are some kind of tostados. So any type of brand. I got this brand, Guerrero's. I think that's how I say, Guerrero. And you also need some shredded cheese. It has to be the cheddar cheese and the white cheddar. It needs to be a mix of both of those because those go together perfectly. And you also need some Taco Bell mild sauce, which you can find at Safeway. You can find all these at Safeway. And you also need some traditional refried beans. I'm not going to be using this for today's recipe because I don't want to use... What am I saying? I'm not going to use the beans for today's recipe because after you open these don't last very long. So I don't want to waste this whole can. So we're just going to be showing you the basic recipe, and then I'll also show you what to do if you want to put beans. The beans will make it taste much better, trust me. Let's get started. So first, you need to get a cutting board. I got a new one. Let's get started. So you have to get a cutting board. You're not going to be cutting anything. I would just recommend you get the cutting board. So it's easier to cook stuff. So yeah. So after you do that, you have to snip, which I'm going to be doing right now. Scissors. Put it right on that nice yellow line there. Okay. What you need to grab a nice, it can be flat, it can be like, oh, it's kind of shit. It's not really much. So what you need to do, so if you're making the bean one, you would put the beans on here. Excuse me, you would spread it out. After you spread it out, you put another one of these on top and then put the sauces, which I'm about to show you. So, what you need is, you need to get one of these. And I don't know how to open this. Maybe look. Here's a little peel thing. Ooh, satisfying. Now, like, you open it. So what you need to do is, you need to get a nice spoon. There's something on this spoon. You get a nice spoon, and you need to but you need to apply some sauce onto them. Not too much, not too little. I would say put enough so that basically the top of it is mostly like covered in sauce. So if you keep on applying it, it doesn't have to be completely covered because after you warm it up, the sauce will kind of spread through. I would say it should look like this towards the end. What am I doing? So yeah, after you put the sauce, what you need to do is you need to grab some cheese. This cheese is very tasty. Yeah. Some good cheese. What you do, let's say you grab a good handful of it. Not a handful, like a little bit, not too much. And you would spread it evenly throughout this. Nice spreadation. Now it'll melt, so it should look like this. So what you should be doing is you should put some tomatoes and onions on here, which I'm going to be cutting right now, if I have to. Okay, I have the tomato. I'm gonna cut this video right here, and I'll be back in about a second to get the onion, and I'll cut it and like show you guys how to do it. But before I put the vegetables on there, it should look something like this. All right, I'm gonna cut it. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back with the two things. If you really want, you could put some jalapenos on there, cut it nice and fine. But I'm not gonna do that since I'm making this for my brother today. So what you need to do is you need to grab a knife and I would say cut the vegetables pretty like thin, not too like, I would say like cut it so it looks presentable. So I'm gonna just be using like this much of the onion. No, I'll use half of it. All right, so I'm using this much of the onion because I don't want to make it too oniony. So after that, you gotta cut it up. You gotta make it nice and like not too thick, because if you make it too thick, it won't taste like the authentic one. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut this, and I'll be right. Yeah. So basically, you gotta cut it pretty nice. So I cut it a little bit too thick, so I'm gonna keep on cutting. Oh man, onions, dang, they make my eyes all like. I hate cutting onions. It's like to make me like get all teary up. Alright, so I only cut a little bit of them. I cut more, I'm just showing you a little piece of it. But at the end, oh my god, it should look like this. Not too, oh my god. Sorry guys. It should look like this, pretty nice. So I'm just gonna collect all of my onions, and I'm just going to sprinkle them throughout. Oh my eyes, man. I hate cutting onions. Gosh. I know I might be overreacting, but it's like this one is like very painful. I heard a hack is if you put like a wet paper towel. Oh, that helps so much. Yeah, kind of like absorb all of the. Alright, so after you cut the vegetables, you just sprinkle them on there. Not too thick, not too that. And I'm gonna cut my tomato. I'm gonna cut like a nice little chunk out of there. Look at that. Nice little half, not half, a little bit, quarter. And I'm gonna tomato this up. I'm gonna load it up with tomatoes. Because the more tomatoes, the better it will taste, in my opinion. You can do it however you want to. It's just that I would recommend that you don't cut it, like again, you don't cut it a little bit too thick. Because if you cut it too thick, it will not taste good. Alright, so I got my tomatoes. Each piece should look like this. I know it's a little bit thicker than the onion, but it'll taste much better if you do it like this. You just sprinkle it on there. You just sprinkle the tomatoes on there. And what I like to do is after I do the tomatoes is I like to add a little bit of cheese. I like to add a little bit more cheese over the vegetables. juice. So it gives it a nice little, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I like to add a little bit of sauce in it. A little bit, just for that little nice pinch. And then you grab a little bit of this. You have to crumble it up, then add it on top. And give it a nice little bit of crunch after. So what you do is, this should be the finished product. It should look like something like this. But if you want to put the beans, there should be another layer on the bottom with beans. So let's get started and putting it in the air fryer. So I'm just going to bring my camera over here. What you need to do is you need to grab like a tray like this, put it flat on, just completely flat, like this. Then you would put it in the air fryer at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 or 3 minutes. So you would put it for 4 minutes if you're doing the bean layer, and you put it for 2 minutes if you are doing no bean layer. Okay, so what every chef shall do is clean up his workstation. That is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to cut this video in half, glue it after the thing is done. I'm back, and I cleaned up, and the pizza is done. Let's look at it. This is how it should look. I put less ingredients, so a little bit of cheese, a little bit of this, because I don't want to waste too much. But we're gonna cut it now. Alright, we're gonna try slicing. So this is my slice of my homemade Mexican pizza. Let's try it. No, but this is actually gas. It is amazing. It is fire. Alright, I'm gonna tell you about the elephant in the room. I might look a little bit darker since I last made a video. The reason is I was in Hawaii a few days ago, and I was chilling in the pool. I forgot to put some sunscreen on, but I did get sunburnt, but I also got very tan. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would do this, but I'll also put beans and then another one. This is your boy Nikki 2014, and this was another fire recipe. And if y'all are craving something a little bit cheesy, something a little bit cheesy, I would recommend this. Piece de Mexican pizza. And yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Trying to reach my goal of 130 subs by the end of this month. So yeah. Help me reach that goal, guys. And see you in the next one. Peace. Mexican pizza out.